Hello everyone. This video will show how to add fractions using the least common multiple method. Now let's go over this example. Looking at this example right here, we can see that their denominators are not the same. We can only add or subtract fractions that have the same denominator. So we have to make sure that their denominators are the same. So we're going to find for the LCM of these two numbers, 5 and 3. So to find the LCM of 3, we just go ahead and count by 3. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down here. So that would be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. And we can have more numbers of that. LCM of 5 means we count by 5. So we start with 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, we can have more. When we say LCM, we're going to find the number that is common to both of these lists. So we can see that the common value is 15. So 15 is the least common multiple of 3 and 5. So what we do is this will serve as our common denominator. So 15 is the common denominator for these two fractions. Now what we do next is we are going to first divide this 15 by 3. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. And then 5 times 2 is 10. So the first number that we're going to have here will be 10. So again, what I did, 15 divided by 3 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. And then we have a plus. So we're going to put a plus here. And then we are going to do the same thing again on the other side. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. So I'm going to write 12 down here. So we go ahead and add 10 and 12. So that would be 22. So that is 22 over 15. So this is the sum of these two fractions that we have up there. Now let's have another example. In this problem here, we are given 3 fractions. So we first have to find the LCM of 2, 7, and 4. So when we say LCM, we count by that number. So we're going to count by 2. So I'm just going to go ahead and write that down here. So that would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And then I will continue the rest of the multiples. Now I will do the same thing for 7. So I start with 7, 14, 21. And then I will continue the rest. Now let's count by 4. So that would be 4, 8, 12, and then I will continue the rest. Okay, looking at these numbers here, we can see that the least common multiple is 28. So these numbers are common to both 3. So we go ahead and say that their common denominator here is 28. So I will write that down here. And then what we do next is we do the same thing. So that is 28 divided by 2 is 14. 14 times 1 is 14. So I'm going to write 14 here. And that's a plus. And then we do the same thing. 28 divided by 7 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. So I'm going to write 12 here. And that's a plus. We do the same thing. 28 divided by 4 is 7. 7 times 3 is 21. So I'm going to write 21 right here. So we're going to add all these 3 together. This would come out 47 over 28. So this is the sum of these 3 fractions that we have up there. Now let's have another example. So this is an example of a word problem. Jorel spends 1/3 of an hour studying math and 2/5 of an hour reading a book. How much time does he spend in total on these two activities? So since we say we have the word here total, it means we're adding these two fractions together. So I'm going to go ahead and write that up here. Since their denominators are not the same, we are going to get the LCM of both 3 and 5. So we're going to count by 3 first. So that is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. We count by 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Now looking at this, the common or the least common multiple is 15. So this is the common denominator for both of these. So I'm going to go ahead and write 15 at the bottom here. Now we do the same thing. We first have to divide 3 from 15. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. 5 times 1 is 5. So I'm going to write 5 down here. And that's a plus. And we go 15 divided by 5 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. So that's a 6 right here. We add these two together. 5 plus 6 is 11. So it's 11 over 15 is the total time that Jorel spends on both studying math and reading a book. So that is how we add fractions using the LCM method.